Thanks, Mitch, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to Marshall County Today. It is the talk show aimed at informing you of stories about people, businesses, and happenings around your area. Tony Ross, great to be with you. We welcome you, those who are watching on our YouTube channel, which is at Max 98.3 Stream! That's Max 98.3 Stream! Well, today we are, the rest of this, couple of weeks here on Max 98.3 is on the Marshall County Today Show. We're going to be highlighting Blueberry as it is getting ever closer. And today, one of my favorites is joining us here in our studios, the Auto Park Studios in downtown Plymouth. Cassie Quissell joins us. And Cassie, good morning, sweetie. How are you doing? Gosh, you look great.
Thank you.
My goodness. How long have you been involved with the Blueberry?
Well, I was Miss Blueberry in 2015. My sister followed in 2018. And then when I came back from college after graduating in 2020, I asked Leanne, how can I help? I'm back in the area. I want to be here. So she pulled me on board, and I kind of followed in her footsteps. And then this year, I am officially on the board of directors, which is slightly terrifying being on the other side of things for once. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's fun to work with the girls. It's fun to work with other community members that were on the board when I was on Miss Blueberry. So it's always fun.
You participated
Yes.
in the Blueberry Festival too.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Oh, wow. When you're a senior in high school and you're looking for ways to help pay for college, there's random things that you don't know that's out there. And the pageant, I didn't know was a thing, honestly, until I was a senior in high school and came home from school and handed it to my mom. I was like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. And both my parents looked at me like, what? You're going to get on the stage and do this? That was just not your personality. And I was like, hey, if it's going to help pay for school, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't I? And it's actually funny. I will never let my parents live it down. They were not there when I was crowned Miss Blueberry.
Really?
They were at a wedding. Yeah. They were FaceTiming, I think, Laura Mann and my aunt, just so they could be there in spirit. And
right.
I just remember standing on the stage and them announcing my name. First, I'm shocked. Two, I hear my mom screaming on the other end. I'm like, wait a minute, she's not even here. So that was just my year as queen was absolutely amazing. Just being a voice for the community and supporting and really being the role model that I wanted to be for the young girls in our community, and then going down to state and competing down there. And, it's fun. It's a joy.
So what was it like getting outside of your box? Because really a lot of the contestants that participate in the pageant, they're going outside of their box.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the best thing about the Blueberry pageant is it is not a beauty contest. It's not like Miss America. There's no swimwear. There's no fitness. There's literally nothing. They are seeing you for you. You get to sit down with a judge for 7 minutes, 3 judges, 7-minute interview. Heck, you were one of our MCs for many, many years. So, these girls they're putting themselves out there to 3 people that they have no idea. And one of my goals this year, which I succeeded at, was having judges who were not from the Marshall County area. I did have a former queen with us who did not know any of the girls. She's far enough graduated,
Sure.
But one of the judges this year was my coworker, and she was absolutely amazed at how these young women are willing to come out of their shells and share their life story with random people just to start a conversation and keep the conversation. And so they were all amazed with the interview, and then all the girls are asked to do a theme wear portion. And this year our theme is Day in the Life of, and so each of them brought a different personality to that. Some of them played their mom, some of them played a nurse, some of them played the role of, oh gosh, I can't even tell you.
Sure,
there were so many of them. And so
yeah.
it was very fun to see the creativity come to light, and then seeing the girls in their evening wear and just how they present themselves, and answering an onstage question that, yes, they get them the night before, but still sometimes I even get nervous just talking to you right now. So it's I couldn't imagine, I did it, but I couldn't imagine reading a question online and having to think of the first thing that came to your head. You have to be quick-witted. You have to be able to talk to people and
complete sentences.
Oh, absolutely.
And, no uhs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember when you were in the pageant and you won. The one thing that, I probably need to preface this. I've known the Quissell family for years. and thought I knew you. But when you did that pageant, there was a I want people to know me. And that's not easy to do. And you said, and you just mentioned a little bit ago in the previous pageant this year, the girls got out and introduced themselves out to the world.
Yeah.
That's the feeling. And sometimes it can go south real quick, or sometimes it's just, liberating. And it ends up being an exceptional interview process.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think these young girls who go out for this, and back in your day when you ended up winning, you don't get enough credit for that. And I just, again, with these pageants, people just see the physical stature and unfortunately sometimes make the judgment on that.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's hard. I didn't want to do this for the recognition. I wanted to do it for the fun, and I wanted to do it to be a mentor. I've always wanted to be a mentor and all those things. So I think even in today, with the girls that I've had, my first bunch of 14, 15 girls, they were absolutely wonderful. They all were very genuine human beings. They wanted to be there. They wanted to support their community. They didn't care what they were going to get out of it. At the end of the day, they just wanted to be there.
That's great.
And it was absolutely amazing. So our queen this year is Lydia Hall. She was first runner-up last year. So it was really fun to work with her as a court member last year, and then her being my queen this year. She's been absolutely amazing. She started classes today, so that's why she's not here with me.
Where's she going to school at?
She is at IUSB studying nursing. Yep. I have 3 on my court this year. I have Lydia, our first runner-up, not our first runner-up, our queen. Our first runner-up is Lily Stetzel of Bourbon. I believe that she is at Bethel. And then Luani Galiana Breva, she is Plymouth High School graduate as well, and she is at St. Mary's. St. Mary's, yes. So, and they all started classes
schools
this week. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, and they're all amazing girls. I'm very, very lucky with my first round of having girls who want to be involved and be there.
How many did you have this year?
I think I had 15 or 16. I can't remember.
Nice.
Yeah, when I did it, there was 23 of us. So that was slightly terrifying and, really squished up together. We had a little bit more room this year, but...
Now, you guys were back in Argus.
Yes.
Again, yeah. And thank you to the high school.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, going into my first year doing this, I definitely really leaned on Leanne for helping me through all of it. But it was great because walking in the door at Argus High School, those guys, they know what they're doing. They have their people on their lights. They have their sound people. They knew the cues. They knew everything. And it was just made my life really, really easy.
Sure.
So.
Talk about Leanne for a minute. How much of a mentor has she been for you?
Oh my gosh, I don't know how she does everything that she does. Honestly, it's been a really good experience for me transitioning. She has been there every time I need something or I have a question. I probably called her 1,000 times over April through June of the pageant, and then still contacting her being like, hey, I don't know what to do in this situation. Little miss is coming up and hey, can we go over these forms? She double checks me and everything. So her being there has been absolutely amazing, and I thank her so much for all the dedication that she's given to the festival and this community over the years.
Yeah, so you got another pageant here during Blueberry Festival weekend. So talk about that one.
Yeah, so we are doing something a little new this year. We've had a lot of requests for either a younger or an older age group from the little. So I am quite a busy human, so I did not try to grasp any older kids this year. That may be a future event, but we are doing a tiny Miss and Mr. Blueberry.
Okay.
So that is ages 2 to 4. Those applications are due on Monday, which is the 26th.
Okay.
I think. Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes. Yep. And so we have the tiny, that's the new section this year. And then I have the little Mr. and Miss as well. That's coming back. That's my 5 to 8 group. Those are also due on Monday the 26th. I am amazed. I've been getting applications, and I have more tiny applicants than I do little applicants, which is surprising. But like, I also am not really shocked. So the little kids seem to be the ones who want to do it.
That's going to be a tough judge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've not met a bad looking baby.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's fun because I get to sit up on stage and I introduce them, and then I ask them what their 3 wishes are, and it's always hilarious, like the different answers. And like, you get the ones that are world peace, and then you get the ones that my nephew did it a few years ago, and like his wish was to fix a broken down tractor, and it's like, where did that come from? But yeah, it's always fun to talk to them because you can, like, they're always a little nervous, a little timid, and then you know who the teachers are having to keep them quiet in the classroom because they're like immediately like, give me that mic, let's talk, you know. So yeah, it'll be fun to see how this year goes.
So that'll be Friday night.
Yes, Friday night. Check-in starts at 5 p.m. Okay. The tiny pageant will start at 5:30, and then the littles will follow directly after. I can't give an exact timeline because I don't know how many contestants I'm going to have and all those things. So, 5 p.m. at Jefferson Street Stage. Not Jefferson, sorry, Michigan Street Stage.
Michigan?
Yes, Michigan Street. So 5 o'clock, and then we will start judging at 5:30.
There you go.
Yeah.
So get your applications in for the tiny, because that's going to be a big one.
Yeah. So all of the applications, they're available on the Blueberry website. They're also available in the office. Please either mail them in or drop them off at the Blueberry office. Tracy over there will get them stamped into me.
And I think it's blueberryfestival.org is the website.
Yes.
So that's where you go, and we mentioned this yesterday. Any questions that you have about any event, go to that website. Mm-hmm. That is your key. And so make sure you do that. What I love about what you're doing, Cass, is the fact that it's new, something special to bring to the table for the Blueberry Festival. And, you know, for you, here you are, you participated in the pageant, and you've been volunteering for how long now? Oh, gosh.
I volunteered all through high school with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes group with Mr. Delp. I was always there Sunday all day selling water for the church. Mm-hmm. And then after graduating, being Miss Blueberry for the year, was there sun up, sun down with the board members, wanted the full experience. And then when I came home, I would pop into different booths from college. I wasn't as involved then, but once I got home from college, I volunteered in the info booths, and then next thing you know, I'm running around and hooked, and it's great. And we need the volunteers. Like, I'm sure that people have seen on Facebook, we're sharing constantly info booths 1 and 2 need more volunteers. Hank, I think I'm good with Hank so far, but Beer Garden, everybody needs volunteers. Like this festival does not run without the volunteers.
Absolutely. And for you, I asked, what your resume has been with Blueberry because it's got to mean something to you. So what does the Blueberry mean to you?
I think it's a sense of community. It's this is a community that built me. I am who I am because I'm from here. I was put on the path that I am because my parents wanted to be an educator, very quickly realized that was not my route when my dad really showed me what the architecture world was and being in construction, and so that's where I ended up. But not to get sappy, I guess, but architecture is something that is really important to me because it reflects the community that you're a part of. But like as an architect, like we can't just design any building for any community. Like we have to be fully submersed in it. Mm-hmm. And so you don't know your community until you're in and you're there.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that one. Plus, on a personal note, you'll be getting married before too long.
Yeah.
This is the family member, Tony, speaking here.
Yes.
But congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited for the festival. I can't believe it's only 2 weeks away, and then I get married literally a month later. So
Yeah.
if you see me at the festival and I look like I have straight panic on my face, it's not because nothing's going wrong. It's because there's too much happening. So
well, we're going to have a lot of good prayers coming your way for that.
Thank
that's for
you.
Sure. Anything else you want to touch up on?
Yeah, I want to touch on Hank really quick. So,
okay, please.
Yeah, this is my first year with Hank. I am amazed. We put out applications back in April for anybody who wanted to participate as Hank, which usually it was a board member asking a family member or somebody that they knew saying like, hey, will you play Hank for this hour that we need you to play, or can you go to this parade? I had 5 people submit applications and come in, try on the costume, and they are beyond excited, and it's so fun. I have 2 13-year-olds, and then I have a bunch in between that, and then a 20, I think he's 24. So I have a good age range, but Hank will be out at the festival. He'll be at Hank's house. He'll be at the Tiny and Little Miss pageant. He will be in the parade. He'll be literally everywhere all weekend. When you see him, get a picture with him and thank him for volunteering his time to be out there. Hopefully the weather is absolutely beautiful and not 100 degrees out, because inside that costume is hot.
Yes. Amen to that one. Hey, you mentioned Lydia real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the responsibilities is not just participating in the pageant. She's busy.
Oh, yes.
So talk a little bit about what kind of schedule a pageant winner goes through.
Yeah, so I scheduled out her for the entire weekend. I think she has some free time to really just enjoy the festival as a patron and still represent the festival during those times, go shopping with family and whatnot. But she'll be at the Tiny and Little. She'll be at the car show. She'll be picking out her favorite car out there with the Hoosier Old Wheels. She'll be there to present that award. And then we're also bringing back story time with Queen Lydia, which I'm really excited about. It's something that I did. I can't remember if my sister did or not, but she will be doing a story time on Saturday at the kids section at 5 p.m., Sunday kids section at 4 p.m., and Monday at 3:30. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we found some really fun blueberry-themed books that we ordered, and have those for her to do.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Moms and dads, there you go. That's a family part right there with your kids to experience. Cass, we love you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for being part of the community.
Absolutely.
We're very fortunate for it. So keep up the good work, and we will see you next week for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be there all day.
Cassie Quissell joining us. And again, just part of the wonderful people at the Blueberry Festival that just help make it all work. We're going to take our final break, come back, wrap up, and get ready for tonight. And we'll talk more about that when we return.